Hello again, this is Robert V. Chair. This is my video review of the FNIRSI brand, their DPS-150 DC super high resolution, 0.01 volt resolution, variable regulated switching power supply. It'll handle up to 30 volts at 5 amp input, has a 4-digit display. As you can see right here, it's already powered on. And it's less than 20 millivolts power ripple, and includes this really impressive 100-watt AC to DC power supply that I have plugged in right here, the USA adapter on their plug. And this is 100 watts total. It divides it up, but that's very unusual. Most of these are only 10-15 watts. So it also comes with this, so you have USB A and 2 USB-C. It also comes with this really flexible, nice high power input cable with the USB-C to the USB-C that you put right in the back. There is an old micro USB connection right there, old style, and that is for data transfer if you want to do an update. You can see right here there is a switch and a barrel connector. This is where the USB-C goes in. That switch goes towards that, and that's what allows this to come in. And if you notice, it's showing you the voltage 19.87, and there's a stop button right there because there is a run button that you hit there, and then it runs, and it actually goes to the pre-programmed levels that you have inside here. I'll show you how to do that. So what's really nice is that you have this incredible accurate volume control on here, I want to call it, but it's actually a voltage control on there. And you notice that these light up really high tech, and it comes with connectors and really nice plus and minus test leads on there so that you can actually set this or control it real time. Really impressed with the size of this, really small, and when you include that power supply, you know, getting 30, 40, 50, 60 watts is pretty impressive. Now there's another way you can power this using the barrel connector right there, and you could use, I'll have the link to what will work, but you know, you probably have these laying around, these power supplies, and they have the barrel connector on there, and I'll have the link to one that you could use to power this. And what you would do is you would remove the USB-C, you plug it into the barrel connector right there, and you would switch this over in that direction. If you want more power, you can go, like I mentioned, you can go up to 30 volts. 30 volts at 5 amps if you want to put that much in that input right there. But it includes this nice 100 watt, and you can see it's 19.87 volts right there. So you do have a choice of selecting these preset values on here, and you can hit this button right here, mode button. You hold that down and you see you got M2 group, and you could actually very precisely change that voltage of that group or the current of that group, just like that. Hold this down again, and let's move this, advance it to the M3 group. You could change it, or M4, or M5, or M6, or M1. And then you go back to the home button. So what's nice is right now it's running. You can see that I hit the run button right there, and it's showing me M1. I can change the modes right there. You can see it goes M3. So what it's doing is going to those presets that I set, and then you could have that come out on this output right here. When you hit the run button, you will get those presets that you set on there. And the nice thing about that is that you could have your little test circuit set up, and you have your M5, then you hit the run button. At that point you get the 5 volts and the controlled current that you set on that preset of M5. So that's really handy when you're doing breadboarding or circuit boards, because you could actually plug these in and connect right to your circuit with the included jumper cable on there. These also allow you to go old school, and you could actually unscrew these and put the wires right on there. Really, really nice quality. The way these fit, you can see the design to handle that 5 amps or 150 watts of current on there. So really handy to have something like this when you're doing breadboarding. Here I want to demonstrate. I have a DC motor, a little pump, and just wanted to show you something visually and audibly of the circuit. So here I'm in M4, and you could hit this button right there, and then you can see it goes yellow, and you can actually change the voltage and the current right there. And what it's doing, it's changing the amount that's going to that pump, and it displays the watts right there on the bottom. You can see that's showing me the watts that's going across this, and of course I can go up to 18.84 volts, and it's very precision because it's only slightly increasing it. So if you're testing a circuit or a motor or anything that is voltage or current sensitive, you could very accurately control the voltage and the current, and then you could see the wattage right there, right before your eyes, the wattage that's coming out to whatever you're powering. So, you know, that's great. So that's that preset on there. And if I wanted to move across to another preset, I could go to M5, for instance. M5 is a low voltage, and you can see it's going very, very slow because they have a preset of 5 volts. So very handy to be able to go to all these different presets that you have. There's a full 19.65, 0.064, 1.25 watts. It's a very efficient motor. So you get the idea. You've got a lot of control on here by going to all those presets, and if you want to, you can manually adjust each one down or up and adjust the current up and down and see the effect on the watts right there. So you have a lot of control with this. Here I've got a 12 volt light hooked up to the output. I just want to show you that when you're adjusting the group, this is the M6, you got that extreme accuracy also. It's going to take a while if you're doing large jumps of voltage, but you can be extremely accurate to the voltage and the current that you want to put out using this dial right here. So here's a DC 12 volt bulb, and I can really accurately control the voltage on there and the current, and as you can see the wattage on there. And there's also constant current or constant voltage. It's going to warn you if it's in a constant current mode by that display right there. But the point is that you're going to get precise control to regulate the power. Now this takes 50 watts, so I'm pushing the limit of what is out of the USB-C port right there. But I can power this. It is getting warm. It's probably producing about 20 watts right there, as you can see. But you have really precise control, regardless of whether you're doing a circuit board, a light bulb, a motor. Doesn't really matter. It's going to allow you to get that precision that you need. On this display also, where you see you have the run button, the stop button, there is 32 degrees centigrade. That is the ambient temperature of the device itself. They also have the energy consumption, amp hours and watt hours. There's also a timer running from when you first started putting on the actual run, so that you keep track of how long the energy is coming out of this product. And when you're in the run mode, if you hold this button down, It does have a graphical display, and it's showing you the voltage and current, and the minimum, maximum, the voltage there, the current, the time, the V set, I set. So if I was getting some changes on this load right here, if let's say this thing was defective or it was varying depending on your circuit, you'd be getting increases or decreases in this little graphical display. Now right now it's a resistive load, so it's constant. So you see the display is just going across. So it's kind of like a mini oscilloscope that they've included on this product. I'm going to quickly demonstrate. I wanted more power, so I'm using the barrel connector. I'll have a link to the appropriate power supply that you could use with the correct barrel connector on there. So I threw the switch over, and now I'm using that as my input, and I'm able to really increase to get, there's an example, almost 60 watts going to the bulb. You see how bright it is. So if you want more power than what's the included adapter, I'll have a link for that so you can increase the power in your system if you want to send more energy to something that draws more power. So really impressed with the quality of this. This is one of these products that you're going to love to have in your shop because it's small, and that power supply is very, very high quality that they've included along with that cable that allows you to drive anything, circuits, motors, anything you want to test with this you could do. So this FNIRSI brand, this DPS-150, I'm going to give this product a full 5-star rating. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decision. Thank you for watching.